Alrighty. Hello everyone. Sorry for the rough startup and close of this game, but it's very hard to get this thing to record other than monitor capture. But in either case, hello and welcome to my first impressions of Sacrifice. I believe I've played this game before, but if it is the game I'm thinking of, I haven't touched this thing since the 90s. I believe this is one of those really early really cool 3D games that had its own art style because that's the only way they could make it happen. But also this game, if I'm not mistaken, borrows heavily from the same voice cast as the Legacy of Kain series, so we've got some hella good voice acting coming up here. But let's give this a go. Let's see what happens. Tutorial. I guess. Let's see how it goes.
Greetings, O Acolyte of Persephone. I am a humble homunculus sent by the goddess to instruct you in the ways of mysticism. First, you need to know how to move around. To run forward, press the W key. To run backwards, press the S key. Click on Continue when you are ready. To turn to the left, press the A key. To turn to the right, press the D key. I will meet you by the road up ahead when you are ready to continue. Oh, one additional thing, Master. If you ever forget what you are supposed to be doing, you can bring up your mission objectives or a speech history in the game options menu. Hit the Escape key to bring up the options menu, and then select either the Objectives or Speech History buttons.
Okay. A bit of a mini map so you can see stuff. I have to actually get over certain terrains in order to see everything.
Let us discuss how to look around. We call that camera control. You can zoom the camera in and out using the mouse wheel, or you can use the plus and minus keys on your keyboard. Why don't you give it a try?
Scroll wheel seems to be the easiest thing. Alrighty.
You can also zoom in and out by placing your cursor to the extreme top or bottom of the screen.
Okay.
When you've mastered zooming, meet me up the road and I'll teach you something even more exciting. Remember, to find me, just follow the brownish dirt road. Even when I am not with you in physical form, I will be surveying the battlefield for you. I can see you and your troops at all times. Great. I will meet you at the ruins up ahead. They are off to the side of the road, so you may need to search the area to find them. You can look side to side by moving your mouse cursor to the extreme left or right edge of the screen. You can look in any direction by holding down the middle mouse button and dragging the mouse. If you do not have a middle mouse button, then you can hold Control and use the left mouse button instead. By the way, when I say Control, I mean the key labeled CTRL on your keyboard. Bet you didn't know mysticism was so technical, did you?
I'm definitely enjoying the voice acting already, even though I don't think
Having
there's
trouble finding me?
a lot of plow going
Let me
on.
illuminate my position with a column of light. The gods will often use such tricks to let you know where things are located.
I knew you were there. I saw your speech bubble. Now, if you don't mind, please correct my camera there.
You found me. Good job. Now, let's talk about the mini-map located in the lower right portion of your screen. A lot of information about your surroundings can be gleaned from this mini-map. You see that oblong white shape in the middle? That's you. Go ahead and turn yourself in place. Notice that the map always orients itself in the direction that you're facing. Sometimes you will need to see a larger or smaller portion of your surroundings. This is accomplished by zooming in and out on the minimap. To zoom in, place your cursor on top of the minimap and hold down either the middle mouse button or Control and the left mouse button. Now move your mouse upwards.
Oh.
Zoom in until you can clearly see a green dot in front of the shape representing you on the map. That green dot is me. Other creatures will appear as a dot in whatever color is assigned to their side. You can gain more information on just about anything on the minimap by placing your cursor on top of it. Things that belong to your side, such hold your cursor over the arrow at the edge of the minimap. You will see that this arrow is showing you the direction in which your altar lies.
Gotcha.
Now, to zoom out, place your cursor on the minimap and hold down the middle mouse button or Control and the left mouse button. Move the mouse downward with the button held down and you will zoom out. Keep zooming until you see a ring-shaped icon on the minimap. That is all for now on the subject of minimaps. Return to the road and keep following it. I will await you further along. Now you will learn the very basics of casting spells. In the lower left corner of your screen are 3 tabs representing your spell books.
Okay.
Below these tabs is a row of icons representing the spells contained within the currently open spell tab. Currently, the only active tab is your general spell tab. This is the middle tab. Make sure this book is open by left-clicking on it. You should see 3 spell icons on the bottom row. Hold your cursor over an icon to gain information about that particular spell. Select the spell Heal from the spell list by left-clicking on its icon. Your cursor should now change into a targeting cursor. Place the cursor over yourself and left-click to cast the spell.
Nathrak, Eliel.
The Heal spell is very important to use properly in battle, so you may want to practice it a few more times. When you feel you have mastered it, come talk to me.
Ferox, Wodan, Sankt.
Your spellcasting seems to have attracted a locust. I wonder what he's doing here. Well, he is the perfect target practice for your spellcasting. Select the spell Wrath from your spell list and target the locust.
Kinketsu, Eliel, Saxo.
Ah, that shows him. Notice that ghostly figure rising from the dead locust? That's its soul. Don't worry about souls just yet. We will discuss them later in your training. Continue along the path and experiment with your other spells. I will meet you in the village up ahead. The speed-up spell is very useful when traveling great distances.
Ferox, Animus, Bethud.
These fellows here are peasants. Persephone will say they are the heart and soul of Elysium, but they are just a bunch of frightened fellows who can't fight, if you ask me. You see the way they fawn over you? If they like you, they may even follow you around, hoping you'll protect them, I guess. If you seem like a threat, they'll probably go running. Can't blame them. Aside from the occasional friendly wizard, that's the only defense they have. You will meet a wide variety of creatures in your travels, not all of them as harmless as these peasants. Keep your eyes open. Sometimes a creature will want to talk to you. If I think they have something important to say, I'll point them out. In any case, your cursor will change to look like a mouth when you point at a creature who has something to say. Now, when you see this, simply walk near them and they'll begin to speak.
Okay.
That's all for your first lesson. Feel free to explore this island all you like, but when you're ready, find a nearby portal and it'll take you to a new island. Then, I'll teach you all about combat.
I could have been a mystic too. Except I'm no good with magic. There are other gods to worship, but Persephone's the best. Just look at how beautiful it is here.
Yes. In the early 90s and late 2000s, this was actually, like, super detailed and beyond what most people would think you could get in a video game. The golden years of PC gaming. It has environmental effects, ND, and night cycles. Ooh. And it's a pseudo-strategy game?
Welcome to the second portion of your training. This time we'll talk about combat. Remember that although you are a master of magic, you aren't the toughest in a fight. If you wade into the middle of combat, you're likely to end up on the wrong side of a troll's fist. To keep watch over a battle and support your troops with magic, it is always best to stand back from the main conflict. A good commander knows when the time is right to join the fray and will only do so when his presence will win the day. Why don't you follow me? Persephone has provided some of her creatures for your training.
Actually, doesn't he look like Bubo?
Here we have the creatures Persephone sent us.
I am yours to command by order of the goddess.
Yes, well, he seems very eager. Why don't you left-click on him to select him?
Yes, my lord.
Very good. Now, take a look at the druid. You see the triangle and two bars floating above his head? That triangle represents your unit color, and the two bars represent his health and mana. Notice that two icons have appeared in the area on the left side of your screen. The icon in the larger area represents this druid that you have selected. The icon just to the right is for any special abilities that your selected creatures have.
Okay.
In this case, the druid is able to create a magical shield around himself. Go ahead and left-click on the life shield icon to command the druid to use his ability. Now he is much more resistant to harm. Notice that when he activated his ability, it used some of his mana. We will learn about regaining mana in a later lesson. Now, for our next lesson, we need another volunteer. The ranger there will do nicely. To select multiple creatures, hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse. Good. Now, wait here. Now that you have both of them selected, send them over to me. Just right-click on the ground near me.
Move! On my way.
Very good. When you right-click to issue an order, the creature will do a default action. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean he'll try to do the sensible thing based on what you clicked on. Notice that when you right-clicked on the ground, you told them to move? Now make sure they're still selected and right-click on me.
Guard!
Great! Now they will guard me. Notice that they take a position next to me. If I were an enemy, they would have attacked when you right-clicked on me. Glad I'm on your side.
Got him, okay.
There is one more way to issue commands. Sometimes you may want creatures to perform a command other than the default right-click command. For example, you may want to attack an area by issuing an attack order on a piece of ground, or you may wish to attack a friendly unit by issuing an attack order. We will need another volunteer for this. Ah, Shrike, why don't you come over here?
I don't know if I agree.
Well, he can stay there then. Select the ranger by left-clicking on him. If you have both the druid and ranger selected, you can just click on the ranger icon in the selection set on the left edge of the screen. Now that you have the ranger selected, press and hold down the right mouse button. This will bring up 4 icons arranged in a cross shape. Don't let go yet. Move the cursor to the right. Notice that more icons appear as you move the cursor. Stop when you reach the icon marked Attack, and then release the mouse button. Now your cursor should take the form of the attack icon. To execute this order, left-click on the intended target. Try it out on the Shrike over there.
What ho?
The ranger will now attack the Shrike. When you want him to stop attacking, simply give him another order by right-clicking or once again using the cross menu.
No pain.
Move!
On the trail.
Meet me down the road for our next lesson. Make sure to order any of your troops who are not guarding me to come with you.
Strength and honor.
My lord.
Guard me!
On the trail. Do you forget me?
You aren't being selected.
I,
Guard me!
with a song in my heart.
You see that rock over there? The one in the middle of that sandy area? Let me illuminate the one I'm talking about.
Okay, the one behind us, yes.
Let's suppose you wanted to order your minions to run around that rock in a circle. You would give them that order by issuing a series of orders as waypoints. When a series of orders are issued as waypoints, they will execute in the order that they are given, one after the other. To issue orders as waypoints, simply hold down the Shift key and then click to issue the order. Both right-click orders and orders issued via the cross menu can be given as waypoints.
Alright.
Try giving your creatures some waypointed orders. When you are comfortable doing this, meet me further up the road.
Move!
Sallying for...
Guard!
Aha!
Guard!
I.
Move!
Aha!
Move!
I.
Move!
Aha!
Move!
Aha!
Move!
I.
Move!
With a song in my heart.
Move!
Aha!
Move!
I.
Move!
With a song.
Move!
Sally.
Move!
With a song.
Move!
With a song in my heart.
Move!
Sallying.
Move!
Aha!
Move!
Aha!
Move!
With a song in my heart.
Move!
I.
Move!
Sallying for...
Move!
With a song.
Move!
I.
Move!
Sally.
Move!
I.
Move!
I.
Guard me!
I.
Move!
With a...
Move!
With a song.
Move!
Aha!
Move!
Aha!
Move!
I.
Guard me.
sallying forth.
No, for a flying unit, he's very slow.
Feeling good about issuing waypoints, eh? Well, we needed some more troops for this next bit. Persephone said she'd send some, but looks like Miss High and Mighty can't be bothered.
Did we hear someone calling our name?
Persephone, so generous of you to grace us with your divine presence. We were just discussing your many fine qualities.
Very good. We have brought you a contingent of our faithful, for we see that you have been prudent thus far, and have preserved the well-being of the other creatures in your charge. Do not allow your vigilance to falter.
Oh, good, she's gone. Now, let's start our next lesson. These troops aren't going to be much good bunched up like that. Here, let me show you a trick for separating out groups of tightly packed units. Now that you have control of them, double-click on any one of the creatures with the left mouse button.
Ranger here. Strength and honor.
Notice that it selected the unit you clicked on and all similar units in the immediate area. Go ahead and give them a move order by right-clicking on the ground to the left of the group.
Move.
On my way.
Now, double-click on the remaining creatures and tell them to move to the right.
I stand ready, my lord.
Move.
Aye.
The two groups you ordered are now more organized. It is critical to maintain organization in the heat of battle. To help you organize your troops, you can assign group numbers to them. Go ahead and double-click on one of the rangers to select all of them.
Ready.
Now that you have your
Strength and
rangers
honor.
selected, hold down the Control key and hit the 1 key on your keyboard. You should
You're
hear
Group
yourself
1.
declaring that the rangers are now Group 1. Now, double-click on one of the druids to select all of them.
Yes, my lord.
Once this is done, hold down Control and hit the 2 key.
You're Group
This will
2.
set the druids as Group 2. Hit the 1 key. This should select all of the rangers. You will hear yourself calling out the name of a group whenever you select them. Go ahead and play around with the group settings.
Group 2.
When you feel ready to move on, take the rightmost fork in the road and I will meet you further along. And
Group
do remember
1.
to bring your
Strength
troops
and
with you.
honor.
Guard me.
On my way.
Group 2.
My lord.
Guard me.
By the goddess.
Now it is time to learn about formations. You may have noticed that your troops will form into a straight line when they reach a destination. This is because they are told to use the line formation by default. Select your group of rangers and have them guard me.
Group 1.
Ranger here.
Guard.
You see how they form
my
up on
way.
either side of me in a line? If an enemy were in front of us, I would be safely out of their line of fire. As I move, they will move with me and try to maintain their position relative to me and to one another. To change the formation that your selected creatures will use, you must access the cross menu. Hold down the right mouse button. When the cross menu appears, move your mouse cursor to the left until it highlights the line formation icon. Now move the cursor up until it highlights the skirmish formation.
Skirmish
Release
formation.
the button. You should hear yourself shout out the new formation you want your creatures to form into. Now, right-click on me, and they will take the new formation.
Guard.
On my way.
When you give a formation order, your troops will not use that formation until they are given their next order. They will then use that formation until they are given an order to use a different formation. Notice that the skirmish formation that you selected orders the troops to shield me by standing in front of me. I can't shoot through them, but an enemy trying to get to me has to fight through my screen of ranges first. You will find many different uses for the various formations. Hold down the right mouse button to access the cross menu again and move the cursor upwards this time. Select the circle formation and right-click on yourself.
Circle formation. Guard me.
Follow me
On
and
my
we will
way.
continue your lessons.
Group 2.
My lord.
Skirmish formation. Guard me.
Aye.
There are several creatures approaching.
Hello.
My lord.
Stop! Stop! Or we'll fire! 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 Oh, he's got friends.
Pyro is attacking the village. We need aid.
We must get to that village. Persephone will reward us well if we help her creatures.
You're not helping anyone.
They've destroyed the bridge. We must find another way around to the village.
Permission to speak, my lord.
Yes, yes, speak up.
My lord, I will come with you. I must save my home.
Very well, you may come. We need all the men we can get. Select all of your rangers.
Ready. Strength and honor.
Now that you have them selected, hold down shift and click on the new ranger there. He will be added
Ready.
now. Onward to the village. I will follow you.
Your Group 1. Circle formation. Guard me.
Already done.
It's a long way around, but yeah, there's a way around.
Quixa, Kinketsu, Thorn, Bovis.
Hold a moment before you proceed. Many dangers lie ahead. We shall provide additional creatures that you may deter the heretical menace of Pyro.
These shrikes will help with any melee creatures we encounter. But watch out for missile fire. They are vulnerable to it. One more thing before we charge into battle. You can use the mini-map to issue orders and select troops. Go ahead and experiment with this.
Direct me.
We are in a hurry, but if you are not prepared to enter battle, we will surely lose.
Your group 3. Wedge formation. Guard me.
With a song in my heart.
Pretty sure I've heard that line before. Not sure if I've ever played the game quite this well, but I do recall a lot of this.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Looks like a good place for an ambush. Why don't you go ahead? I'll catch up to you. Enemy sighted.
Group 1.
Ranger here.
Attack. Group
Stand
2.
ready.
Attack. Group 3. Attack.
Into the breach.
Guard me.
With a
Group 2. Guard me.
By the
Group
Strength
1.
and on
Guard
already
me.
done.
Enemy sighted.
Attack.
Hunting.
Group 2. Move.
Persephone willing.
Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are dying.
Guard me. Group 2. Guard
By
me.
the
Group
Ranger
1.
here.
Guard
On
me.
the trail.
There's the village. Hurry before it's too late.
Quixa Pirata Dothtal.
Enemy sighted. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are dying.
Group 2.
My lord.
Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are dying.
Dothtal.
Your wizard is under attack. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are dying.
Group
Strength
1.
and on.
Attack.
He's shafted.
Group 1.
You will
Guard me.
pay for crossing, Pyro. The
Guard
tide
me.
of progress will not be
Guard
stopped.
me.
Moving out.
Worry not, my friend. We will protect you from the wrath of Pyro. You have served us well. Welcome to our service.
Okay. Tutorial 3. Let's see here. Where are we at? I'm gonna say we're about a half hour in, aren't we?
This is your final training session. This time we will focus on all aspects of magic and advanced spellcasting techniques. First, let's talk about your altar. This magnificent structure, as you may have deduced by now, is your altar. Your altar is your most important structure since it provides a link to your patron god. In your case, Persephone. Through this link, Persephone can preserve your spirit. That means you'll never die. If your body is destroyed, you will enter an ethereal state. While in this state, you can still command your creatures, but you can't cast spells or gather souls. Would you like to experience the sensation? No sooner said than done. I love doing that. Now don't be upset. The link to your altar is keeping your soul from leaving this plane of existence. To come back to life, all you need is the proper amount of magical energy. Magical energy, which we also call mana, can be gained from a variety of sources. Approach your altar. Your mana is indicated by the blue bar in the upper right corner of the screen. Notice that your mana is slowly recharging. As your mana recharges, so too does your health. Your health is indicated by the red bar next to your mana bar. When your current mana level reaches a quarter of your maximum and your health reaches full, you will reincarnate. Overall, your altar is a pretty weak source of mana. If you really want to charge up your mana, the altar sounds like a pretty good deal, eh? Well, all that it provides is not without cost. If an enemy can taint your altar by desecrating it, you're in big trouble. If an enemy is desecrating your altar, you'll see some creatures called sack doctors performing a ritual. Here's one now. As the ritual progresses, you will be struck with magical energy. You will lose health, mana, and experience whenever you are struck by this energy. Luckily enough, sack doctors are not very tough, and you can interrupt the desecration by attacking them. The energies unleashed by the desecration will keep melee attackers at bay. So you will have to disrupt the ritual with ranged attackers or spells. Since you only need to do away with one of them to stop the desecration, a single shot of wrath will do the trick. So remember that although your altar is very powerful, it is also very vulnerable. We'll talk about how you can desecrate an enemy altar in a bit. First, you must learn about mana. Follow me.
Save game here, and I think we are at a half hour, and if I'm not mistaken. So that being said, I'm going to say this is still a very interesting looking game. It's definitely aged a bit, but it's not horrendous. It is a really weird stretched out screen. This is an issue of like a lot of older games, but at least unlike a lot of older games I've experienced, this actually seems to be running properly. Maybe if I look around, I might be able to find some fixes to make this more of a actual full widescreen, and then see how it works from there. But otherwise, I'd like to hear your guys' opinions. Do you think you still like this? I still think the voice acting is still spot on. And this could be an interesting playthrough if people are interested in watching that. Otherwise, that's going to be it for Sacrifice. Hope you all enjoyed. Even if it was just a tutorial, it's still at least a decent tutorial, and you got to learn some of the mechanics pretty quickly. And that's very much a strategy game, but it's like a really interactive strategy game. So, anyways, that's going to be it for now. Thank you all again for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Again, comment below if you have any thoughts on this, and I will see you all next time. Have a good night. See you all later. Now if I can figure out how to get out of here. I guess.